Hello and welcome to this video on whether or not Bitcoin will hit $1 million. This is a highly debated topic in the cryptocurrency world, with some experts claiming that it is inevitable and others arguing that it is nothing more than a pipe dream. In this video, we will explore both sides of the argument and try to come to a conclusion on whether or not Bitcoin will reach this lofty goal. So, let's get started. First, let's define what we mean by hitting $1 million. Some people argue that Bitcoin could hit $1 million in a few years, while others believe that it could take decades or even centuries to reach this level. For the purposes of this video, we will assume that hitting $1 million means reaching a value of $1 million within the next 20 years. Now, let's look at some of the arguments for why Bitcoin could hit $1 million. One of the main arguments for Bitcoin hitting $1 million is that it is a limited resource. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins in existence, and as more and more people become aware of this fact, the demand for Bitcoin is likely to increase. This limited supply could drive the price up significantly over time. Another argument for Bitcoin hitting $1 million is that it could become a mainstream currency. As more and more merchants start accepting Bitcoin as a payment method, it could become a widely used currency, just like the US dollar or the euro. This would increase demand for Bitcoin and drive the price up. A third argument is that Bitcoin could become a safe haven asset, like gold. In times of economic uncertainty, people often turn to assets like gold as a way to protect their wealth. If Bitcoin were to become seen as a safe haven asset, it could also attract a lot of investment, driving the price up. There are also some arguments against Bitcoin hitting $1 million. One of the main arguments is that there are simply too many other cryptocurrencies out there for Bitcoin to be the dominant one. There are hundreds of different cryptocurrencies on the market, and many of them have their own unique selling points. This could dilute demand for Bitcoin and prevent it from reaching such a high value. Another argument against Bitcoin hitting $1 million is that it is simply too volatile. Bitcoin has seen some huge price swings in the past, and this volatility could turn off potential investors. If people are afraid that the price of Bitcoin could drop significantly at any moment, they may be less likely to invest in it. Finally, there is the argument that Bitcoin is simply too risky for most people. While it is true that Bitcoin has the potential to make people a lot of money, it also has the potential to lose a lot of money. Many people may be put off by the risks associated with Bitcoin and choose to invest in other assets instead. So, what do we make of all of these arguments? It is difficult to say for certain whether or not Bitcoin will hit $1 million, but it is clear that there are strong arguments on both sides of the debate. On the one hand, there are a number of factors that could drive the price of Bitcoin up significantly, such as its limited supply, the potential for it to become a mainstream currency, and its potential to become a safe haven asset. On the other hand, there are also a number of factors that could prevent Bitcoin from reaching such a high value, such as competition from other cryptocurrencies, its volatility, and the risks associated with it. Ultimately, it is up to each individual to decide whether or not they believe that Bitcoin will hit $1 million. Some people may be convinced by the arguments for it, while others may be swayed by the